day I got a phone call. A phone call on my phone. A phone call on my phone from my sweet Colombian mother. So of course I let it ring. I pretended that phone did not exist. I did not pick up the phone. And listen, I usually pick up the phone when my sweet Colombian mother calls, but I was getting tattooed. And every time I get tattooed and my sweet Colombian mother finds out, she yells at me on the phone for at least an hour. So if she would have found out I'm getting tattooed while I'm talking to her, she would have sent that chancla right through the phone. I could not take those chances. So I let the phone ring. And then she calls again, and I let it ring again. And then she calls again, and my tattoo artist is like, hey, man, you gonna get that? I'm like, nope. But she calls 3, 4, 5 times. And you know if a Latina woman calls you 3 or 4 times, it means someone's dying. But if she calls you more than 3 or 4 times, it means you're about to start dying. But finally, I cave in. The pressure just gets to me. After 6 missed calls from my sweet Colombian mother, I pick up the 7th. I put it on speaker, and immediately my mother is suspicious. She goes, Alejandro, why are you not answering the phone? What illegal things are you doing? I'm like, no, mom, it's not that. And she's on speaker, so the whole shop's looking at me like, ooh. I'm like, no, I'm not doing anything illegal, mom. I didn't have signal. And she goes, Alejandro, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, I'm not kidding you. She's like, I know you had signal. I'm like, how could you possibly know that? And she goes, because you have Boost Mobile, Alejandro. I know you are covered 99% with 5G in this country. So unless you were in Canada, I don't know why you weren't picking up my calls. What are you doing? And I'm like, no, mom, I swear I just didn't have data. She goes, mentiroso, Alejandro. I know you have data. You have unlimited data. You have unlimited talk, and you have unlimited text, all for the low price of $65 every single month, and you get a new phone every year. At this point, I'm just like, mom, why do you know this much about Boost Mobile? And she goes, because I watch your little videos, Alejandro, because I listen, because I support my son, and I actually love you. And I'm like, mom, I love you too. She goes, then pick up my calls, and if you get another tattoo, you're dead to me. And then she hangs up. Mommy, if you see this, you're welcome for saving me money on your phone bill.